Hello Swatantra TV viewers. I am Mahima, welcoming you to our English bulletin with latest news, updates and analysis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday said the Congress tried to extend reservation on the basis of religion and give it to Muslims, and once again accused the party of hatching a deep conspiracy to snatch people's wealth and distribute it among select people. Launching a blistering attack on the Congress, Modi also charged that it is difficult to follow one's faith under the Congress and that even listening to Hanuman Chalisa becomes crime under that party's rule. His remarks come on a day when the country is celebrating Hanuman Jayanti. Addressing an election rally in Tonk in Rajasthan, the Prime Minister said as soon as the Congress formed the government at the centre in 2004, one of its first tasks was to reduce the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes reservation in Andhra Pradesh and give it to Muslims. Asserting that he understands the constitution, Modi said he is dedicated to the constitution and is a person who worships B.R. Ambedkar. Amid a row over his redistribution of wealth remarks, the Prime Minister charged that the Congress will snatch people's wealth and distribute it to select people.
कांग्रेस पार्टी की सोच हमेशा से तुष्टीकरण की रही है, वोट बैंक की राजनीति की रही है। 2004 में जैसे ही कांग्रेस की केंद्र में सरकार बनी, उसके सबसे पहले किए गए कामों में था, सबसे पहला काम था चुनाव जीतने के बाद आंध्र प्रदेश में एससी एसटी के रिजर्वेशन में से कमी करके मुसलमानों को रिजर्वेशन देने का प्रयास। ये एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट था जिसे कांग्रेस पूरे देश में आजमाना चाहती थी। 2004 से 2010 के बीच कांग्रेस ने 4 बार आंध्र प्रदेश में मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन लागू करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन कानूनी अड़चनों की वजह से सुप्रीम कोर्ट की जागरूकता के कारण वो अपने मंसूबा जो लेके चले थे वो पूरे नहीं कर पाए। 2011 में कांग्रेस ने इसे देश में लागू करने की कोशिश की। एससी एसटी को और ओबीसी को मिला हुआ अधिकार छीन करके वोट बैंक की राजनीति के लिए औरों को देने का खेल किया। कांग्रेस ने इतने प्रयास ये जानते बूझते किए कि ये सब संविधान की मूल भावना के खिलाफ था, लेकिन कांग्रेस ने संविधान की परवाह नहीं की, बाबा साहब आंबेडकर की परवाह नहीं की। जब कर्नाटका की बीजेपी सरकार ने जब हमें मौका मिला तो हमने पहला काम किया, उन्होंने जो एससी एसटी से छीन करके मुस्लिम कोटा निकाला था उसको हमने खत्म कर दिया और जिनका हक था उनका हित सुरक्षित रखा। तो कांग्रेस पूरे देश में आग बबूला हो गई।
Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan on Tuesday said that Visakhapatnam, the city of destiny, will help Andhra Pradesh compete with cities like Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. He was interacting with YSR Congress Party social media warriors in Visakhapatnam as part of his election campaign on Tuesday. The IT sector is growing at a rapid pace in the city. If the state establishment is moved to Visakhapatnam, the city will directly compete with other metro cities, said the Chief Minister. Jagan Mohan Reddy told the social media warriors that he is waging a battle against the opposition alliance supported by a few yellow regional media. He, however, expressed happiness over the support being extended by social media warriors to fight the vested interests. He recalled that the 32-year-old mother of 2 girls, Geethanjali, committed suicide after being trolled by the supporters of the opposition parties after she received the government's support. The supporters of the opposition parties insulted her as Geethanjali, who hailed from Tenali, praised the welfare schemes introduced by the YSRCP government. He assured the people that his government would curb such incidents with an iron hand.
కొంతమంది విశాఖపట్నం వాసులు, కొంతమంది విశాఖపట్నం బయట నుంచి కూడా వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు ఈరోజు ఈ సిటీని చూస్తూ ఉన్నారు కదా, ఈ సిటీ ఆఫ్ డెస్టినీ అని. ఈ సిటీ ఆఫ్ డెస్టినీ అనేది రేపొద్దున ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర డెస్టినీ అవుతుంది అనేది మాత్రం ఈ సందర్భంగా ఖచ్చితంగా తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నా. ఈ విషయం తెలియజేస్తూ ఎప్పుడైతే ఒక ముఖ్యమంత్రి వచ్చి ఈ సిటీలో కూర్చోవడం మొదలు పెడతాడో, ఎప్పుడైతే ముఖ్యమంత్రి ఈ సిటీ నుంచి పరిపాలన చేయడం మొదలు పెడతాడో, అప్పుడు ఈ సిటీ అన్నది హైదరాబాద్తో పోటీ పడే పరిస్థితి, చెన్నైతో పోటీ పడే పరిస్థితి, బెంగళూరుతో పోటీ పడే పరిస్థితి, ఐటీని ఈ స్టేజ్ నుంచి ఈ స్టేజ్కి తీసుకొని పోయే పరిస్థితి కూడా ఉంటుంది.
Ravant's poser to KCR to farm loans vows to waive crop loans by 15th August. Asserting his government will implement the rupees 2 lakh farm loan waiver before 15th August, Telangana Chief Minister A. Revant Reddy on Tuesday challenged BRS President K. Chandrasekhar Rao to dissolve his party if it is done. Revant Reddy, who was speaking at a Congress meeting in his assembly constituency Kodangal, referred to BRS MLA T. Harish Rao's reported comments as to whether the Chief Minister would resign if he was not able to implement the loan waiver before 15th August. He said that he was throwing a straight challenge at Harish Rao and KCR. He said that he will carry out loan waiver before 15th August. If he does it, will KCR dissolve his BRS party? He asked. The previous BRS government led by KCR did not fulfill promises to build double-bedroom houses for the poor, 3 acres of land to Dalits, students' tuition fees reimbursement, 12% reservation for STs and minorities, he charged. Attacking the BJP, he claimed that devotion to God should be in the hearts and that shouting in the streets is not devotion. Communal harmony and respect to other faiths is inherent in Hinduism, he said. BJP is trying to win elections by creating disputes, he alleged.
100 రోజుల్లో 6 గ్యారెంటీలలో 5 అమలు చేసినాం. ఎవడేవాడు 10 ఏళ్ళు ఇచ్చిన మాట నిలబెట్టుకున్నాడా? డబుల్ బెడ్రూమ్ ఇళ్ళని ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? దళితుల 3 ఎకరాల భూమి ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? ఇంటికో ఉద్యోగం ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? ఫీజు రియంబర్స్మెంట్ చేస్తా అన్నాడు, చేసిండా? కేజీ టు పీజీ ఉచిత నిర్బంధ విద్య అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? ప్రతి నియోజకవర్గానికి 100 పడకల ఆసుపత్రి అన్నాడు, కట్టిండా? ప్రతి నియోజకవర్గానికి 1,00,000 ఎకరాలకు నీళ్లు ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? మా గిరిజనులకు 12% రిజర్వేషన్ ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, మా లంబడి సోదరులందరూ ఇన్నే ఉండదు, ఇచ్చిండా? మా మైనారిటీలకు 12% రిజర్వేషన్ ఇస్తా అన్నాడు, ఇచ్చిండా? చెప్పిన ఒక్క మాట కూడా నిలబెట్టుకోలే. ఇవాళ వచ్చి 100 రోజుల్లో 6లో 5 గ్యారెంటీలు అమలు చేస్తే రేవంత్ రెడ్డి దిగిపోవాలి అంటుండు. 10 ఏళ్ళు నువ్వు మోసం చేసినందుకు నేను చెంపలు వాయేటట్టు కొట్టాలి, కోదండం ఎక్కించి కొట్టాలి కేసీఆర్ను. వాస్తవంగా హరీష్ రావు అంటున్నాడు నిన్న, చేయకపోతే రాజీనామా చేస్తావా అని. నేను హరీష్ రావుకు సూటిగా కేసీఆర్కి సవాలు విసురుతున్నా. 15 ఆగస్టు లోపల రుణమాఫీ నేను చేస్తా, నేను రుణమాఫీ చేస్తే నీ పార్టీని నువ్వు రద్దు చేసుకుంటావా? సవాల్ను స్వీకరించు. 15 ఆగస్టు లోపల 2 లక్షల రుణమాఫీ చేసి చూపిస్తా. అక్కడి సూర్యుడు ఇక్కడ మొలిచిన, భూమి ఆకాశాలు తలకిందులైనా, కేసీఆర్ ఫామ్ హౌస్లో ఊరేసుకొని సచ్చిన 15 ఆగస్టు లోపల రైతులకు 2 లక్షల రుణమాఫీ చేస్తా. చేసిన మరుక్షణమే నీ పార్టీని నువ్వు రద్దు చేసుకుంటావా? నా సవాల్ను స్వీకరించు హరీష్ రావు. పోయి నీ మామని అడుగు, నేను మాటిస్తే ఎట్లుంటానో తెలుస్తుంది, నీ మామకు తెలుసు నీకంటే ఎక్కువ.
Court extends judicial custody of Kejriwal, Kavita till 7th May. A Delhi court on Tuesday extended the judicial custody of Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal and BRS leader K. Kavita in a money laundering case related to the alleged excise scam till 7th May. Special Judge for CBI and Enforcement Directorate Matters Kaveri Baveja extended their custody after they were produced before the court through video conference on expiry of their remand. The judge also extended the judicial custody of Kavita, a Telangana MLC and daughter of former Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, till 7th May in the related corruption case being probed by the CBI. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has been administered a low dose of insulin after his blood sugar level spiked, officials of Tihar jail here said on Tuesday. The Aam Aadmi Party welcomed this news received on the occasion of Hanuman Jayanti and said the development was the result of the blessings of the deity. According to a Tihar official, Kejriwal was given 2 units of low-dose insulin on Monday evening on the advice of AIIMS doctors. His blood sugar level reading was found to be 217 around 7 p.m., following which the doctors at Tihar looking after him decided to give him the insulin, the official said. AIIMS specialists, during a video conference with the Chief Minister on 20th April, had advised Tihar doctors that insulin could be given to him if his sugar level crosses a certain level, he added. AAP Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh said it was due to the blessings of Lord Hanuman that the Chief Minister was given insulin after nearly 23 days of being lodged in jail and alleged ill-treatment with the party's national convener. Her cabinet colleague Saurabh Bharadwaj alleged that the officials were deliberately not giving Kejriwal insulin. SC expands Patanjali misleading ads hearing to include FMCG costs. Expanding the scope of its hearing in the Patanjali Ayurved case, the Supreme Court on Tuesday took a stern view of misleading advertisements by fast-moving consumer goods firms and asked 3 union ministries to inform it about the steps they have taken to curb the practice which takes public for a ride and adversely affects their health. The court passed the order after Yoga Guru Ramdev and his aide Balkrishna of Patanjali Ayurved Limited told a bench of Justices Hema Kohli and Ahsanuddin Amanullah that they have issued unqualified public apology in as many as 67 newspapers over misleading advertisements and are willing to issue additional advertisements expressing their contrition. The bench said the public apology published in newspapers were not on record and asked those to be filed within 2 days. It posted the matter for 30th April for further consideration. While hearing the Patanjali case, the Apex Court said the implementation of the relevant provisions of the Drugs and Magic Remedies Objectionable Advertisements Act, the Drugs and Cosmetics Act and the Consumer Protection Act and the related rules also needed a closer examination. The court asked the Union Ministries of Consumer Affairs, Information and Broadcasting, and Information Technology to explain what action they have taken to prevent the misuse of consumer laws. TDP's candidate for Guntur Lok Sabha seat in Andhra Pradesh P. Chandrasekhar has captured headlines after he declared his family assets, both movable and immovable, at 5,785 crore rupees in his election affidavit. He is one of the wealthiest contestants in the current electoral race. According to an affidavit filed by him, his individual assets stood at 2,448.72 crore rupees while his wife Sri Ratna Koneru has 2,343.78 crore rupees worth assets and children have nearly 1,000 crore rupees. Chandrasekhar's family has a liability of 1,138 crore rupees to JP Morgan Chase Bank of USA in the form of line of credit. He hailed from Burripalayam village in Andhra Pradesh. The doctor entrepreneur politician completed his MBBS at NTR University of Health Sciences Vijayawada in 1999 and pursued MD from Geisinger Medical Center in Danville, Pennsylvania in 2005. Chandra Shekhar, with an interest in public service, has been working on behalf of the TDP's NRI wing since 2010 to support several welfare programs of the party. The Andhra Pradesh State Election Commission is monitoring the election-related issues in state through the Integrated Command Control Center, called CCC, with the objective of facilitating free and fair elections. It is intended to curb any illegal activities like influencing the voters. With state-of-the-art technology connectivity, monitoring of the election-related activities is being carried out from the Office of the Chief Electoral Officer. Violations, smuggling of liquor and seizures are being strictly monitored and controlled. Out of the total 424 checkposts across interstate borders and the state, the movement of vehicles from about 358 checkposts is being monitored from this center through webcasting. As a result, cash, liquor, drugs, precious metals, freebies and other items worth more than 141 crore rupees had been seized across the state since the election schedule was announced. This is almost twice the value of the money and goods confiscated when compared with that of Caesar in 2019 elections. Medical student from AP dies in Kyrgyzstan. A 20-year-old medical student from Andhra Pradesh, Dasri Chandu, died in Kyrgyzstan after in an accident at a waterfall. Reports suggest that Chandu got stuck in snow at the waterfall, leading to his unfortunate death. The incident took place on a Sunday when Chandu, along with fellow students from his university, decided to visit a waterfall. However, the excursion turns fatal for Chandu. His friends tried in vain to save him. Chandu, a resident of Madugula village in Ankapalli, was the second son of Bhima Raju. He was pursuing his MBBS degree in Kyrgyzstan. The news devastated his family. The family members appealed to the government to help bring his body to his native village. Declining for the second day in a row, gold prices tumbled by 1,450 rupees to 72,200 rupees per 10 grams in the local market here due to profit-taking by traders and weak global trends. Silver prices also tanked by 2,300 rupees per kg. Silver prices nosedived by 2,300 rupees to 83,500 rupees per kg. In the previous close, it had ended at 85,800 rupees per kilogram. Spot gold prices for 24 carats in the Delhi markets are trading at 72,200 rupees per 10 grams, down by 1,450 rupees amid bearish cues from overseas markets. In the international markets, spot gold at COMEX was trading at $2,310 per ounce, down $55 from the previous close. Gold prices dipped further on Tuesday amid easing tension in the Middle East and signs that the US Federal Reserve will keep rates higher for longer, crimping demand. Traders also shifted their money flow from safe haven to riskier assets, leading to profit-taking in the precious metals following the recent rally, Gandhi said. Silver was also trading lower at $26.80 per ounce. In the previous session, it had ended at $27.95 per ounce. Pawan Kalyan, Vijay Reddy file nominations in AP. Jana Sena Chief Pawan Kalyan and senior YSRCP leader V. Vijay Reddy on Tuesday filed their nomination for the Ankappalli Assembly constituency and Nellore Lok Sabha seat respectively. Actor politician Kalyan, whose Jana Sena is an NDA partner in the southern state, was accompanied by local party leaders when filed his nomination papers. Pawan Kalyan filed his nomination as Pithapuram Assembly constituency candidate, said a Jana Sena post on X. Accompanied by family members, Vijay Reddy filed his nomination. He said he filed his nomination for Nellore Lok Sabha constituency on Tuesday at Nellore District Collectorate. He thanked party chief YS Jagan Mohan Reddy for giving him this great opportunity, he said in a post on X. Markets climb for third day on firm global cues. Equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty closed higher for the third session in a row on Tuesday, following gains in telecom, tech and consumer durable shares amid a firm trend in the global markets. After rallying over 400 points, the 30-share BSE Sensex ended 89.83 points or 0.12% higher at 73,738.45. During the session, it jumped 411.27 points or 0.55% to 74,059.89. Trimming most of its early gains, the NSE Nifty ended 31.60 points or 0.14% up at 22,368. During the day, it climbed 111.15 points or 0.49% to 22,447.55. Heavy selling pressure in index heavyweight Reliance Industries, mainly due to profit booking, dragged market indices lower. Reliance lost over 1% to end at 2,918 rupees and 50 paise per scrip. From the Sensex basket, Bharti Airtel, Nestle, Maruti, Tata Motors, HCL Technologies, NTPC, Asian Paints and State Bank of India were the major gainers. Sun Pharma, Reliance Industries, Mahindra & Mahindra, JSW Steel, Tech Mahindra and Bajaj Finance were among the laggards. In Asian markets, Tokyo and Hong Kong settled in the positive territory while Seoul and Shanghai ended lower. European markets were trading with gains. Wall Street ended in positive territory on Monday. Global oil benchmark Brent crude climbed 0.41% to $87.36 a barrel. Foreign institutional investors offloaded equities worth 2,915.23 crore rupees on Monday after a day's breather, according to exchange data. The BSE benchmark climbed 560.29 points or 0.77% to settle at 73,648.62 on Monday. The NSE Nifty went up by 189.40 points or 0.86% to 22,336.40. thank you for watching Swatantra TV English Bulletin. For a complete and comprehensive English news bulletin, please do watch Swatantra TV. This is Mahima, signing off. Keep watching Swatantra TV.